Hey guys, my name is Derek, and in this video, you're going to be watching a recording of a conversation between myself, along with my co-founder Ming, with the guys at the Young Seekers, right? Chee and also Amanda. So we're discussing all about how we can explore collaboration opportunities in growing the ecosystem in Southeast Asia. So it's just a very casual chat. Hope you enjoy it and get to know us better. So yeah, just watch it on. Thanks. We're both doing like super interesting stuff that's against the norm, right? Unconventional stuff. And we feel that it's a good opportunity for us to come together to explore collaboration opportunities, especially across Southeast Asia. So, why don't you guys introduce your community? Then we can start chatting from there.
Sure. Hi, I'm Amanda. I'm founding chapter leader for the Young Seeker Malaysia chapter. So basically, maybe you wonder what is the Young Seeker? The Young Seeker basically is ASEAN China NGO that based in Singapore, and then they want to let more youth to like explore ASEAN China region. And for the Malaysia chapter, we will be more focused on enhancing the youth employability and also the global exposure. So for this year, we are going to organize some masterclass, which is to enhance the youth skill set in terms of maybe like data analysis or financial literacy, for instance, and also cultural exchange program. So the cultural exchange program will provide the chance for the youth from other countries like Singapore, Indonesia, or China to explore like how they see the issue as a whole, like in terms of environment or in terms of social inequality, etc. Thank you.
Nice. Nice. Hey, so actually, we just want to understand, right? What got you guys interested to take your sweet Thursday night out to talk to us about have this conversation with us?
Yeah, you see, people is the main thing at TYS. In this organization, we treasure.
Sorry, Kokman, I think
Yeah.
the mic a bit closer would be better.
All right. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, better, much
Yeah,
better.
thank you. Yeah, so I was mentioning that people is the main integral thing that exists in our organization. Now, when I joined TYS Malaysia, I told Amanda that I want to stay young. You might not believe it. I'm actually turning 28 already this year. So the only way to stay young is to be young people. We want people to have the people who are passionate, who are audacious, who are daring to make a decision.
Wow.
In championing integration in the ASEAN and China region. So that's the thing that the main motivation for me personally to join this organization. I'm not sure about Amanda. Maybe Amanda can share some insights.
Oh, sure. Basically for me, right, I was invited by TYS HQ to be the chapter leader for Malaysia. So basically, you know what? They actually engaged me for a few times before I accept this voluntary role because like when they asked me back in August last year, basically at the time I just moved to KL and there's a lot of things to settle. But eventually, because they cannot find the talent, so I eventually accepted the role in November last year.
Nice. That's awesome, man. You over yourself, Ming, what got you interested to this call? You organized this call.
Yeah, no, I mean, Hacker Collective is all about education, right? Hacker Collective is all about hacker mindset. And we're all about Southeast Asia because I think fundamentally we see Southeast Asia as one single block. Now, we're not like European Union where everyone speaks a common language, right? We got such different countries, but I feel we can take the first step towards this Southeast Asian collaboration. This mindset, I think, is going to be good. So the Young Seekers is a Southeast Asian community as well. They're focused on Southeast Asia. We too are focused on Southeast Asia. They're all about, correct me if I'm wrong, you guys are all about education, empowering people to their careers, career growth, networking. We're all about that too, right? Hacker Collective, I feel, is just like the tech version of, or tech focused version of the Young Seekers. So I felt it made sense to really collaborate, and I wanted to explore ideas of how we could collaborate together,
Cool.
and work together for a longer term, lah, basically,
Cool,
or more
cool.
deeper level.
Cool.
Hey, thanks, Ming. I think for myself, it's very similar to Ming, right? for me, when I see you guys, the young seekers, talking about Southeast Asia, the Hack Collective talking about Southeast Asia, it stems from my own story, right? About how when I was studying in UK, right? My group of friends, my best friends were actually Southeast Asian people from Thailand, from Vietnam, right? And when I meet these people, I instantly connected with them. Even though, I had a bunch of Chinese friends, right? I'm Malaysian Chinese, but I still felt like I connected better with the Southeast Asians. And there's just this connection between Southeast Asian people. That's one thing I noticed, right? But the thing is, right? Don't know if it's the landscape or whatever, right? But after graduation, I just don't talk to them anymore. Maybe they go back to their languages, their own language. I speak my language. We don't connect anymore. And I feel there has to be a better way. Look at Europe, the way Europe is doing things, right? They're so connected. And we're just, for Southeast Asia, there's so much to do that we do that. There's so much we can improve on before we achieve that level, right? So, I mean, if I can share a little bit more, so, right? So, the Hacker Collective is really a place to bring people together, people with the hacker mindset together, regardless of where you're from. And obviously, Southeast Asia is a key focus for us as well. So we're all about doing things differently, all about finding ways to do things and making things happen, even when we don't have the supposed resources ready, even though we are not ready for it, even though we're not qualified for it. We're all about just making things happen, right? And yeah, I think just to give a better idea of what the hacker mindset is all about, it's not about hacking PCs and all that. Okay, I think one good example I can give is perhaps the Wright brothers guys, right? These guys, you guys know the Wright brothers, right? The guys who invented the plane, right? So these guys, back in the 1900s, humanity hasn't really seen a flying object before. They haven't flew on an object before, right? So these guys were competing with some other guy who was like crazily funded, right? I think his name was Langley or something like that. He was crazily funded, but at the end of the day, these guys, Wright brothers, won them, right? They were the ones who made it happen first, even without a uni degree, even with no government support, no government endorsements compared to the other guy, right? They made it happen. And for me, it's all about the drive to make things happen, right? And I believe, right, without crazy qualifications, without crazy money, when people with this kind of similar mindset comes together, we can make things happen. Especially, especially if we are in Southeast Asia as well. A lot of opportunities here. So that's just my thoughts, in terms of what the Hacker Collective is all about.
Wow, it's really inspirational.
Yeah. Really.
It's cool. It's cool. Yeah.
Actually, I totally agree about the Southeast Asia and Europe difference, because like Europe is like there are many countries, but they can unite together and make things happen. But Southeast Asia is like maybe we just need more initiative and activities together to connect them together also.
Yeah. Right.
So my question is, how can our two communities help each other? Like how can we work and collaborate together on a deeper level? Even for a long term, if you think next 1-2 years, right? Any ideas do you guys have?
Actually, as the starting point, I think we can have an industry insight. So basically, is to let the university student and the young professional know about the startup scheme. What is it look like? Because like for example, the Gen Z, who are like graduating or still studying, they are more interested to work in more flexible culture instead of the 9 to 6 working hours. So I think with industry insight, they can have a better idea what startup look like. Then from there, maybe they have chance to get internship or maybe training opportunities for them to move forward. So yeah, I think it can be the first event for us to collaborate.
To add on to Amanda's note, perhaps in our community there'll be entrepreneurs, there'll be startup, people that want to try new things, but may not have the necessary skill set, right? So that's where I believe Hackers Collective can come into place to help them to build, their business from scratch, and perhaps scale it in the future. So I will say possibly in the long term, maybe we can be, you guys can be our tech partners, give some, I don't know, some kind of like insights into all these technologies, because I personally I don't have too much knowledge in the tech kind of things, but if you guys can provide that knowledge, that we can actually collaborate further from there.
Yeah, I always like to think the long term, and yes, the starting points, the events is good, but I always like to think the long term, what the potential could be. I like that idea, right? In the sense of aside from events, we can do something like a formal collaboration, and it's like consistently, consistently we're collaborating together. That's interesting. I mean, Derek, what's your thoughts about it? When I think about TYS, I think of them as like the soft skill side of Hacker Collective, right?
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
these people who are learning tech. Look, let's say we have a lot of students now, right? We have a lot of young dynamic people who are learning tech. How can TYS add value to these people? They're learning programming, they're learning technology. Okay, they're very young people, they're dynamic. What can you guys do for them? These guys want to get a job, get a good career. What will you guys tell these people?
Okay, so I can see that the Young Seeker has the soft skill component, and the Hacker Collective has the hard skill component. So how to link these two together? I think that maybe we can utilize the technology. So because you all know how to develop a mobile application, etc., right? So TYS can utilize the mobile application and the website to establish some maybe like hackathon to let the student or the young professional to think about some of the issue that require to be solved. Like for example, in Malaysia, we not really can travel everywhere through public transport, right? So maybe we can create a hackathon to let the students or the young professional to present like what is the solution for them for the people to benefit in terms of public transportation. So from the hackathon itself, right, not only the young seeker and the hacker collective can be benefit, but this idea from the hackathon we can present to the government as well and let government to see this is the possible solution to be built for the country, so it can promote betterment for our country also.
I think just to add on to that, I think it's a really good suggestion, Amanda. That's cool. That's cool. Another one that I was thinking, right, is we have a ton of community members in the past 1 year that we've been operating, right? We've been around for 1 year, by the way. So in the past 1 year, we've got people from Philippines, Vietnam, or even Hong Kong. But let's not go into Hong Kong, China area. Let's just talk Southeast Asia, right? The thing is, for us, it's all about redefining the way education is done, right? You don't need to pay crazy amounts to uni. You don't need to spend 4 years in university, right? All we say is you learn for 3 months, do a short internship, and get a job, right? Now, the thing is, we have a good network in terms of our presence in Malaysia, right? But when it comes to our presence in the foreign Southeast Asian countries, right? Can we promise, not a promise, right? We want to promise. We want to promise and say, hey, come and join us, right? Learn together with your peers and you get a job within 6 months. We want to do that. But we don't have the connections in, let's say, Philippines or Vietnam or Thailand, for example. Is this somewhere you guys feel like you can come in and support as well these students in terms of their employability, linking them up to companies and all that? Let's say okay, to cut whatever I said short, cut it short, okay? Like this, I'm gonna hand you 100 Southeast Asian pro tech talents, junior talents, right? Junior tech talents. Can we then send these guys to the employers and say, hey, these guys are from TYS and THC. Is there a possibility where we can hire them? They are good in their tech and they're good with their soft skills. Can we give them an opportunity, even though they have no uni degree, to work with you? Right. So I'm wondering, is there some kind of can we do something like that with you guys? What do you
I
think?
think that is possible, but we need some companies to collaborate as well, because like if we not really have the company connection, it's very hard for us to establish this for the students especially.
Yeah, and then we also may need to collaborate and with our country's chapter leaders, because each country
Yes.
has their own community, things like that. But I'm sure a cross collaboration can be done. That's a potential there.
Do you mind sharing a little bit about your demographics, the people, let's say your normal community members? I believe you guys have your own communities, right? You guys are like more seniors, like in the board, right? But what about the normal community members? What are their demographics like?
So in general, there is partnership, event and public relation, social media outreach, and program lead. So basically, some of them they are from Penang, and some of them from Sabah, and some of them from KL. And basically, some of them they are still studying, and some of them they are working now.
Yeah. And for the Malaysia chapters, because we have just started this not long ago as well, it's like just I would say half a year, from January until now. So we are building this community. So at TYS now we are so-called recruiting seekers. All right, our new members. These 2 months, in fact, we will heavily focus on building partnership with the industries and building, how to recruit seekers to join in. So this is something, we are building the demographic of people that you are mentioning now. So far, it's a good process, I would say.
Cool. Well, what is I mean, you guys are doing a lot and it's awesome, right? But if you were to sum it up in one sentence, right, what is your vision for Seekers? The mission or the vision?
To be more ambitious, if want to summarize.
Yeah. For me in TYS, we have something called the year wipes. All right. So you are young, you are audacious, you are bold in making a decision. So we want to build regional leaders for tomorrow. So that's what some, what a sum of what we are doing.
Sorry, Chi, the what vibes?
The year means you are young, so you have the kind of audacious. We are looking for people who are creative, who are innovative, who are hungry and energetic. So that's
Yeah.
the year. We
The
with the year
yeah.
qualities: youthful,
Why?
energetic, audacious, and hungry.
Oh yeah, okay.
Mm.
Yeah, okay, cool. Very cool, very cool. I think very similar demographics. We want those kind of like we call it Ming and I like to call these guys the dynamic people, right? The
Ah,
yeah people, right? So cool, man. I think I mean Ming, I think my other idea would really be on the venture side of things. So we have this other thing called the Build Your Tech Startup in 30-day program, right? Build your own Facebook app like that for a cheap price and you launch it within 30 days. Right? It's going to be a prototype. You don't build the full Facebook, you build the minimum viable product, whatever you need to launch it first in 30 days. Right? Now, the thing is, once we launch it in Malaysia, the very simple, the very straightforward next step is we want to bring it across Southeast Asia. Right?
mm.
Bring it across Southeast Asia. Now this is another collaboration opportunity. I can see that we work closely with you guys as well because we're always stuck here. We've done it in Malaysia. Now we're gonna go abroad. We don't have the connections there. Right? How can we collaborate on this as well? Yeah.
Understand. So basically, because the young seeker have another country chapter leader to take care of, so
Yes.
definitely can help you to reach out to another country chapter
No,
leaders.
it's not just helping me. It's not really just helping me. It's really providing collaboration opportunities because these startups, they're not owned by me. They're owned by the people within my community as well. So it's a cross-community collaboration. They can form co-founder partnerships. They can, they can outsource some projects to your other community members. It's all about bringing people together, right? So I feel that's a
Yeah,
good direction.
recently at TYS, we have launched a new program called the Passport Seekers.
Wow.
So this program basically bring people from different countries. Like the recent one we had was with Singapore, Indonesia, and Malaysia. So we are building like a virtual touring of different countries, and they have the opportunity to network with each others. And that's where I think we can start all this discussion going forward. Because you have the link, we link you to the relevant people, and you find the relevant expertise or the resources in that particular virtual space. So that's where I believe we can formalize the discussions.
Awesome. Yeah, Ming, what are your thoughts, man?
Yeah, no, I'm just thinking regards to our education model, right? Is there a way where we can either your members become our students, or our students become participate in your community? Because either case we can offer a value, right? And we're doing that now. You see, we're doing our program now. So I'm thinking, is there a concrete or a specific direction where we can work towards in terms of testing out one collaboration, right? On this basis, because we have students, like I mentioned. How do we get them on your program that adds value to them?
So basically, because we only started the member recruitment since last week, So for our side, maybe we cannot get as many participants as you all expected. But I think it's possible, yeah, to do something like maybe have an exchange between TYS and THC. So it's like TYS can join some of your program, and then THC can join some of our program. Maybe we
What are
can,
those
yeah.
programs that they
That's,
can join on your site? Like, is it like a
uh,
once a month program thing, or once a week, or?
so for this month, we are planning to have third industry insight in the end of this month. And then for July, maybe we will have 2 to 3 events in 1 month.
Oh, okay. So I mean, they're actually free for all, right? It doesn't really matter whether they are like our members or not. I mean, they're actually open to the public, correct?
Um,
Yes, correct.
yeah, it's open to the public for now because we are building it. But in the future, we may prioritize for our members. Let's say we organize some events, it will be prioritized for the seekers or your Hector's Collective students.
Ah,
Interesting. Well, what are some events that you guys do now? The community initiatives. Not now, lah. Maybe
So far we already,
yeah. Sorry,
you
go on.
mean past event or future event?
No, future events. So if I want to be part of TYS, right, and I join it already, right? What's the what do I do inside there? Is it a Facebook chat or something like that?
Maybe Norman can explain a bit regarding the membership, right?
Yeah. So basically, for now, we organize some industry insights. So let's say if you sign on as our members, you get an exclusive invitation to join our, let's say, industry insight. We will invite people from the industries to talk about, the skill sets that the employers are looking for. So the one that
Mm,
let's say we are organizing by the end of this month is about what's next for Generation Z, and we talk about the future of job. So we'll be inviting people, let's say from Brunei and some of our, I would say, so-called well-known people to come into this space, and then we can talk about like what employers are looking for, and then we may bring in some perspective from China as well. So we are planning to invite a guest speaker. So stay tuned. We are inviting a guest speaker who have a experience in the China, setting up business in China and so on and so forth. So we are bringing a different perspective, from Malaysia's perspective, from ASEAN perspective. Now, in the future, what other program that members can join? We do organize the Masters Class series. So the most recent one is the introduction to big data analytics. Yeah, so we gave a space, for a trainer to come to train our members about, just to briefly tell us the landscape of the big data in Malaysia. Yeah, and then in the future we may have meals and mingles as well. After all this MCO, our
mm,
all these things have gone. Now we still prefer to have
interesting.
a face-to-face interaction if possible, but due to the current restriction, everything has to be done online. That's
Mm,
how reality strike, isn't it?
yeah. Just wondering, right? How flexible are these community events, right? Can you organize a new initiative just like that, or I need to go through a lot of layers of approval?
I believe we can organize locally if we have something in mind. We can come up with some ideas as long as it's
Okay.
within the framework of
Mm,
our aim, our vision.
mm,
If that is beneficial for that, then we can go ahead to organize it.
okay. Awesome.
Mm,
Awesome.
yes.
mm. That's cool. That's I'm just really thinking, on I really want to leverage off. I feel your guys' strength is really in the Southeast Asian network, right? Because you guys have a chapter everywhere, right? How can we
Yes,
offer that,
correct.
right? And I think you mentioned events. That's very clear. You guys do regular events. I believe you guys have like various programs as well, right? So
Yeah.
I would think the first way that we can possibly explore is, when I think for our students, okay, right, for our people that join the program, I mean, what they would want is, I can imagine, right, Derek, let me know your thing as well, offering them a Southeast Asian perspective of, let's say, tech career, tech jobs, tech businesses, and then they get to every week talk to every country in, let's say, Southeast Asia, they get to talk to a group of people and ask them about career goals, planning in each country, right? Is that a then can you guys do you think that's a good initiative for you guys? Then we can bring our students to join your program, and then they know about TYS as well. And then this will be like another event for you guys, basically, right? But it's career focused, or it's maybe networking focused, but a Southeast Asian perspective,
Okay.
right? Yeah, what do you think about that?
Maybe we can collaborate with other chapter leaders. Okay,
Yeah,
let's say we don't be too ambitious first in the beginning phase. Maybe we can
yeah.
identify 2 to 3 countries, let's say Singapore and maybe Cambodia or Indonesia. So maybe we can do a cross country collaboration, and then
Ah,
we can promote to their seekers and to all our members as well, so that
yep.
we can proceed from there on. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's great. Do you see any? I mean, how do you see the planning for that? Because let's say, is it gonna be like, oh, every week we get to talk to one country, right? Every month, but every month is like kind of long, lah, right? I thought like every week you have, or maybe once every 2 weeks you have an event where they can meet somebody and networking or talk about career in a particular country, right? I would think our students or people that join our program would love that, because they can learn about career growth in every single country. And if you could make it tech focused, that would be amazing. So these are for people who have tech careers. Um, I don't know. What do you think about that?
Instead of only
Actually,
talking
it's
about tech.
possible to explore.
Yeah, I'm just mentioning, other than just talking about tech, maybe we can bring in also like from business background, people
Yeah.
with innovation, maybe
course.
entrepreneurs,
Of course.
so that we can link them together. So not only the
Yeah.
tech people, but people with good business ideas. That may be a potentially a good business model in the future. Who
I'm
knows?
just thinking, what will the event be? Like for like 1 hour, people will come in. What's they're gonna have a speaker talk, right?
Mm.
About the country in Cambodia. Like what are they gonna talk about? You know what I mean? What could possibly be a title? Like, oh, landscape in Cambodia. What's the business like? I mean, is it general news like that, or can it be more specific? Like, or how to launch a startup in Cambodia? Is it like that, right? But that's very startup focused already, right? I don't know. Based on your experience, what do you
But
Maybe
our
we,
common target is young people, so maybe we can focus on the young people perspective.
Yep.
yeah.
So example, like,
Yeah, so maybe like we
So
can
as
do like a series. Okay, so maybe the first week is about a general talk about the landscape of businesses, ecosystems, things like that. And maybe the next series will be we can focus on workshop. Maybe invite you guys to share the tech kind of knowledge. Then maybe the third week we can ask someone from the, let's say, startup, or maybe from any sourcing people who have the sources. Then in the final week we can merge them together to do a project, something like that. I mean, this is just a very raw ideation thing lah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
but it's at every single country, right?
Yeah.
Like okay, if I was just think, okay, I mean, don't mind if I talk from our students or our members' perspective, right? They want to learn technology, they are coders, they're techies, right?
Yep.
Couldn't we talk about just general tech landscape about every single country? So Cambodia, what's the tech landscape like? And yeah, you may have the business series, but those are many talks around, right? But if it was just um, tech landscape, because I don't know how many events you want to do. You can do like 20 events and like you have all talks everywhere. But if you just had to focus on one talk, right? Cambodia, you guys say what? Vietnam, Malaysia, Singapore. Are they all going to be the same topic in each different geography, or they're all going to be different topics? If you're going to
okay,
Southeast
so
Asian,
maybe we can organize something like this. So it's like there is one event. We can invite three people from different Southeast Asia countries to speak about the general landscape, like how is the startup ecosystem works there. Then afterwards, maybe we can invite another speaker to talk about something deeper, maybe something like this.
business opportunities, or are there funding from the government of the respective country
Yeah.
to all these
Yeah.
things?
Okay, amazing. I think we can maybe create a Google Docs. We can pop in some ideas there. I think I have a couple ideas. I mean, we all have ideas. But I definitely could see, yeah, you guys organize a bunch of events, like series that would be of value, and it's very Southeast Asian focused, right? Like you said. Then I think our students would love, and we would love to then funnel. We can say we form a collaboration, you guys, and all our students can technically be like even like probably your future members, and they will be your members about TYS. Then a portion of them would say, wow, TYS is really amazing, what's more, right? So you always got that 10%, right?
Yeah.
Do you think this is a what
Yep.
do you think is there any issues with this collaboration? Do you think that's possible?
So far, not really. I would say this is a brilliant idea moving forward.
Nice.
Great.
Hey
Yeah,
Derek,
it's
then
a
we can
good
start marketing
opportunity
this
for
already.
us.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity of both because then we can offer something of value to our students as well, right? Extra. Derek, any blockers you
Awesome.
see outside of this?
No, I think it's great, man. I think that there's so much more we can do, but no blockers. Just a lot of potential. A lot of
And
potential.
I really want to leverage off the Southeast Asian uniqueness you guys have, right? So
Yes.
okay, yeah, fine. Like maybe like startup landscape. You invite 3 speakers from Southeast Asia, talk about startup landscape in one event. Then next week is gonna be tech landscape, right? You invite 3 programmers from the 3 Southeast Asian countries, right? Then, but if you could make it, then maybe like it can be setting a business or whatever. I guess maybe you have these talks. I only say tech focus just because the more tech focus we have, the better. Although, yeah, we have to bounce some ideas with you guys as well. We'll offer some ideas about maybe you guys can think about it. What sort of events?
Yep.
Just asking also, how frequent do you guys do cross big events that involves every Southeast Asian chapter?
For now, we don't have cross chapter event, but from next month we are planning to do so. And for the cultural exchange program, it will be very interesting because like for cultural exchange program we will have like 4 session. So each session we will invite like another countries and also China to be part of the program, and they can like listen to the panelists to speak about respective topics such as entrepreneurship, for instance. Then after they listen to the panel, then can go for the breakout room session and discuss about what more they can be done to influence the society.
Okay, this is really interesting. This cultural exchange program, I would love it, honestly, right? But is it more of a panelist speaking and everyone else just listening style, or is it more of engagement? Where does the cross-culture engagement come into play?
Okay, so basically the panelists they will give an overview of that particular topic. Then afterwards, the participant will divide into few breakout rooms, and then they can
Wow.
discuss further what they can be
Hey,
done regarding this.
I think this is awesome, man. Ming. I mean, we have a very unique tech landscape, tech people from our community, right? And our people are from different industries, right? We have people from engineers, we have artists, we have designers, we have financiers, we have people from different industries, and they're all going in the same direction of tech, right? And they can share the unique perspective of a Malaysian person in whatever industry they're in, right? And I feel, it's a good opportunity for them, after they graduate or even part of their program to understand our neighbors around us, the people from all that countries, right? So I'm more than happy to collaborate on this. We can bring in our members. I don't know how many are you guys usually looking for in terms of this kind of events?
So
How many
normally
people?
the max capacity we can accommodate is 100 participants because we
100
normally
from
organize
Malaysia.
in not necessarily. It can be open to ASEAN countries.
So 100 in total, lah, right? For the event.
Yeah.
Regardless how many
Yes.
Malaysians, I see. Okay, we can. Yeah, Ming, I think it sounds good, Ming.
Yeah, let's do this. Let's bounce more ideas. Send the Google Docs over. Yeah, I mean, happy to chat further. Do you guys have any ideas or any questions for us about, maybe on your side perspective or? Any other thoughts?
Just a
For
clarification.
now, we don't have any.
Yeah, sorry. No, when you say students, right? How many students do you guys have? And when you mention students, like, do you train them, or are they do they attend your classes for a certain period of time?
Maybe I can share a bit on this. When I say students, we have around 10 to 15 per batch, or even 20 per batch, 10 to 20 per batch. Do we train them? Yes, of course we train them. But they in general, the learning model that we are pitching is a model where people learn peer to peer, community based, and you only go out to your mentor. So community based, you learn together, and you build projects together, collaborate together, get to know each other. So they will be intimately working together. And then after that, they will go to mentors if they need help. And we probably have weekly sessions to run them through topics. We have accountability sessions where, we match them up as partners among each batch, right? This kind of things. Train them up, get them an internship, get them a job after that. That's how it works.
Okay, very good. Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah.
Yeah. But a bit about your background, because Derek, it's our first meeting, so can you share? I mean, just for a personal kind of like question, like you mentioned you studied in the UK. What's your background like?
Awesome, man. I can't believe you left this to the end of the call, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was from UK. I studied it. I did finance back in the days. So when I came back from UK, I was in venture capital for a bit. Then that's where I realized that I didn't really like being on the finance side of things. Even though it's cool, it's nice. You work with tech, you work with startups and all that. But I wanted to be building stuff, and I was very interested in tech. Right? I was thinking of what is the one skill set that allows me to scale my business and impact millions. The only thing that I can think of is tech. Right. So then my friend introduced me to Ming, and then Ming back then he was he just started Hacker Collective, right? So I was a student actually. So back then I was broke. I couldn't go to boot camps. I couldn't afford it. So I was like, hey, how can I do it? Then Ming was like, hey, bro, just learn yourself, right? Don't need to pay all that money. I was like, hey, how is that possible? Then Ming was like, look, I did it myself. You can do it too. So I did it for a while. Then after a while, I saw, that, like there's a lot of opportunities here. Like at some point, I was even after like 6 months of me learning myself, I was teaching computer science students and IT grads, right? So I just thought it was interesting, like I'm not saying all of them cannot code, but I was seeing that some of them still can't code even after 4 years, which I felt was that's a huge gap in the market now. And also another thing is, we do a ton of projects, and it was tough to hire good talents. So we're like, why not? Let's train our own talents to work on these projects. Yeah, that's how we came about.
Inspirational as well. Maybe you can share your stories, in one of the sessions. Ming and you, both of you, very inspirational. Yeah, good for the students.
Yeah, especially he is not from the tech background, but now he is in the tech industry. So yeah, very interesting.
Can I sign up as your student now?
Okay, why not? Why? Okay, of course. Actually, what are your backgrounds? What do you guys study?
Actually, for my bachelor was in economics and finance, and my master was in international relation.
Cool.
Yeah.
For
me myself, I did. Now I'm a bit. I did education studies and sociology.
Wow.
A bit more on humanities, but I did my master's in entrepreneurship innovation. Yeah. Because
Very
I had a
nice.
passion for education in that time.
Nice. What's the plans for you guys, like after the masters?
I've done my masters, now working already.
Oh, where are you guys at now?
KL.
Which company? I mean, what do you guys do in your companies?
Amanda.
Oh, sure. I'm working in a think tank which is called Email Research. So basically, I have to write articles regarding the socio-economic issue in Malaysia.
Oh wow!
Wow.
Damn.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Mine is more towards a ground job, basically. I do everything, ranging from recruitment, admission, development, and partnership. So I usually travel to Thailand, Myanmar, Indonesia.
Wow.
Malaysia is my main market, and
Okay.
I have colleagues in Vietnam as well. Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, wow, that's
awesome.
interesting. Which companies are you? Are you part of education school or what?
It's a UK university. So basically, the university opened an office in Malaysia. So we deal with all queries, everything related to the university's matter. We are handling it from Southeast
Interesting.
Asia. Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Cool,
That's
man.
yeah.
Yeah. No, Amanda, you said you were doing on the what social something, social impact or something. What was that again?
My main research topic is about infrastructure or sustainability or East Malaysian issue, because for myself I'm from Sabah, so sometimes I will write in terms of East Malaysia issue as well.
I think that's
Like
really
the
interesting because
poverty
yeah, I think it's really interesting where, at Hack Collective also, when we talk about education, when you hear of our model, right, peer to peer, right, internship, get a job, the only thing you can think of is really cheap. That's it, cheap. You don't need to go to pay for crazy lecturer fees, don't need to pay for facilities and all that. And I feel this is the model going forward, right? And I feel we can impact a lot of people from the underserved communities. And one big next direction we have will be for these underserved communities. Amanda, so I believe we can have a chat on that as well if you would like to. I want to find out more also about the landscape. Then,
Sure.
see how we can
Sure.
impact more of them.
problem.
Yeah.
This may
Cool,
be a
cool.
way to eliminate poverty, maybe in the future. It may be one of the
That's the goal, man. That's the goal, man. Yeah.
Not easy to achieve because the poverty also depends on the infrastructure issue, because like if we don't have the basic infrastructure like internet or water and electricity, then it's a bit hard to resolve the poverty issue as well.
Very true. Very true. Very true. We have to make sure everyone has the basic needs first. That's the job of the government. I mean, we pay so much taxes for what, right? For these people to at least have the basic needs. Then from there, bring them out of the poverty trap.
Yeah.
And just yeah. Cool.
Good stuff, guys. Would there be anything else from everyone?
Let's take a picture.
Yeah, let's take a picture.
Like to
Okay.
take pictures. Wait, one sec. One sec, I'm lagging a bit.
No worries. Or somebody else want to
No
take?
worries.
Okay, kind. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, done.
Nice.
Send it
Thank
later.
you.
Hey, thanks,
think-
Chee. Thanks, Amanda. Appreciate it, guys. for taking
Awesome.
the
I
time.
will send this video later on, and perhaps we can just upload. You can feel free to use it, chop and paste it, or just post it on your Facebook, whatever. Right. So that's yeah, cool.
Sure.
Awesome, guys.
Nice meeting
Thanks.
you both.
Good to meet you
Nice
guys.
meeting you guys.
Thank you.
Have a good night. Thank you. Have a good night.
Nice
Bye bye.
meeting you.
Bye bye.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye bye.
Bye.